I'm Christine. Welcome to the Recovering Perfectionist podcast, where I empower you to develop sustainable habits, challenge society, and take messy action. It's time to align with the universe for the full human experience and redefine what it really means to be successful.
It's too good, the secret is out, and wow.
Welcome back to the Recovering Perfectionist podcast, the official podcast of the dance wellness community. And I am so excited to introduce to you one of our newest vendor partners this month, Moosa. You're going to get to know what that means. And I am here with the founder and CEO, Samanta Ruiz Giler. I hope I said that right. She's from Ecuador, which is amazing. And I am so excited to share this amazing brand with you guys and this amazing person who we have just gotten connected recently through Clay White, who we love. Shout out to Clay and Casablanca Cocktails.
Yes.
Welcome, Samanta. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Christine, for having me here today. I'm so excited about getting to talk more about you, about what I'm building, and also such a pleasure to connect with someone with such a beautiful vibe like you. Again, thanks to Clay, who introduces us. He's always like aligning the people, and I'm very excited for this.
So much good energy all around. I completely agree. So this is very fun because you're coming to us live from New York.
Yes.
Right? And I'm coming to you live from Paris. So
yes,
we're very we're closer to each other than we think. We've just got an ocean between us, but
yes, a little bit of water.
A little bit of water. But very exciting. I love that we're able to, modern technology is incredible when it works well, and it allows us to do these incredible conversations from anywhere in the world. But it also allows us to connect with so many people in the world. And what I love about your brand is that it's pulling from your roots and really sharing that culture and the authenticity of that and the goodness of it with people who wouldn't normally have access to it. So I really want you to share what Moosa is and kind of give us an idea of how it got started here.
Well, thank you for asking about Moosa and what our brand is or what's the root of it, because I feel like right now in the markets, there are so many brands, especially in the food and beverage world, but nobody really knows what's the root or what they are doing, or what kind of problem they are solving and how they are helping people. In our case, Moosa, which the name Moosa means muse in Spanish. So when you say Moosa, you're speaking Spanish already.
Love it.
Yes. So Moosa, it's like our muse is the Mother Earth, is Pachamama. That's how we call it in Quechua, or indigenous language in Ecuador and in some other countries in South America. So Moosa was born from the love of fruits and the love of eating healthy. I personally grew up in a farm where you will always have like fresh fruits on the floor, on the grass, like passion fruit, even lychee. Yes, I mean,
it's so good.
I don't know if you have ever seen like a passion fruit plant, like how it grows.
So I haven't seen, well, yes, I have, because I have a friend of mine who actually grows them in San Diego. So I guess I've seen them. They come off the trees for her. She has trees. And my husband is Caribbean. So I have been exposed to a lot of exotic fruits thanks to him. But I grew up loving, passion fruit, mango, kiwi, apricot, figs, like all the basic
you
ones.
Grew up with fruits. You're familiar with what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And then we all have a connection with food in different ways, all of our senses smell with aromas, and food is very important for the human connection. In the Latin American culture, this is very important for us. So I grew up with these fruits that were so healthy, so tasty. We'll have them early in the morning on the table, and also, as I mentioned, on the grass. I will smell the passion fruit. If you have seen the passion fruit, I don't know if you have noticed, but next time you see it, notice that they have a beautiful flower as well. The passion fruit comes with a beautiful white flower that is very unique, and it
Oh yeah,
grows
I
like
don't think I knew
the
that.
grapes or the apples. So it's such uh, a unique fruit, and the strong that it has like a very strong, like unique scent. So when you walk through it,
Yes.
it stays in the grass and wherever you go. So this
Hmm.
nostalgia and this desire to eat healthy, especially when I moved to the US, was an inspiration for me and my co-founders to think how we can bring this delicious fruit to people.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was
The,
like,
and the real stuff, not like a,
exactly.
manufactured version.
Yes, because also what happened to me in the time being for the last 5 to 6 years, I have been coming back and forth in the US and just living here. My weight fluctuates and my gut health changes every time I'm here, despite of
Mm,
having the same exact diet that I have in Ecuador. So
right.
this also was like a little bit concerning for me, to the point that going to the doctor, I had to stop having caffeine. I love coffee, I love tea, and I love coffee. But coffee will be essential for my diet. And the doctor said you cannot have more coffee than match them, because your gut is like
Right.
so like it's not doing great.
Right.
And and that was a seeing my gut also changing and being concerned about the region of the thing. Like sometimes I would be surprised that I buy a pineapple in the supermarket and it wouldn't taste the same. It would taste like bland, like no
Yeah.
strong flavor. And I was like, even my love for fruits, for certain fruits, like disappear because it's not so tasty anymore. So based on these,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't even eat, sorry to cut you, but I don't even
no,
eat
go
a
ahead.
lot of fruits in the United States. Strawberries for sure, because they're too porous and just like the way that they taste, they're just
Yes,
massive. They don't have a lot of flavor. And so when we're in Europe right now, we just finished our first month. And so we do 2 months in Europe every year. This is where we get to have our like real fruit. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, and I bring people here from the United States and they're like, why does the cantaloupe taste so much better? Like, what are they doing to it? I'm like, that's the thing. They're not doing anything to it. This is just how it is.
it does has an answer though that I will share more in detail later on. It's the
Yeah.
soil.
Oh, for
We
sure. Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
it's all about the soil and where things
Yeah.
grow and amount of nutrients for a fruit
Right.
to be tastier, and how you manage like the growing of that plant with
Right.
additives, sun exposure, etc. There's so many aspects that
Sure.
we ignore sometimes, that despite of having a certification, even to be organic, actually just 1% of the farmland in the US is organic certified, which is, I just learned that fact like last week at an
Oh my
event,
gosh. That's terrifying.
Rodney Institute. And well, going back to your question, so knowing this need of like nostalgia from home and a connection from the fruits that remind me of a healthy lifestyle, family, and a ritual
Mhm.
in my life that is like eating with my family on the table and
Yeah.
having food as a part of my daily diet. So
Yeah. It's like
how
its
we
own, in other countries, it's like its own course. Like, I don't
yes,
know about you, but in France, like for us, we have like, the appetizers, the mains, the dessert, which sometimes can be just fruit. They'll bring out just a fruit platter and then we do the cheese, right?
yeah,
But
yes.
right, we do the cheese over here. But fruit it ends up being it's either like dessert or fruit. And sometimes people choose fruit as a dessert, and I love it.
Yes, and it's the healthiest dessert you can have, because think
Yeah,
about it. We need sugars in our bodies,
right,
but we need like not so processed
natural,
sugars, naturals. So fruits
right,
are a great source of like of like natural sugars, like the fructose is important for us, but how we
right.
like process that is different. So fruits is the cleanest way we can do it.
Yeah,
And yeah, talking about fruit, that's how we chose to build Musa, which is this. Okay. So,
love.
yes, so Musa, we decided to put it to create a new way of having fruit and a drink, tea. So what
Amazing.
happens here? We work with different fruit blends. We developed 4 different flavors based on dry fruits, as you can see here. In this case, this one that I'm showing you, this is one of our blends. It has pineapple, hibiscus, and blueberries. So what we did, we developed 4 different blends that you can easily open. These are like
Mhm.
blended together in a special like weight, size, and quantity of product. So it's a blend, a specific blend that you open it, put it in your cup, add hot water, and then you can drink it as a tea, ice or hot. In this case, the main use is hot, but you can
Hmm.
always add ice, and then you get to eat the fruits.
See, that's what got me, as I was like, my husband is a huge tea drinker.
Uh-huh.
I was, and then I wasn't, and then I go back and forth just because I haven't really found anything that I love. I used to be like a big chamomile girl, and then I started drinking like mint tea, and then I don't know, and then I just kind of dropped off. My husband is like consistent, and he loves dried fruit as well, like especially lemon, things like that, all like the acidic, citrusy ones. And so when I found out about this, I was like, whoa, this is like everything combined in the same thing because like you said, you can drink it iced, you can put it in um with ice and make it kind of like I don't want to say like a smoothie, it's more like
Mocktail.
an
Yeah,
iced tea. Yeah, a mocktail,
you can
exactly.
do iced
Um,
tea or a mocktail, and you can, of course, have your
yeah.
traditional hot tea.
And then you get to eat the fruit. That's the coolest part. Because truthfully, anywhere you're going to get a drink. I mean, I don't know about all different countries, but if you're in the United States, you're going to get a drink, you're going to get a garnish. 9 times out of 10, you don't really want to eat the garnish, right? Because it's probably just been sitting out and it's just not great and it's just kind of the leftovers,
Yeah,
right?
you don't know where the fruit comes from
You
and the
don't know where
quality.
it came from, right?
Did you clean this?
Yeah, exactly. It's just more there for like aesthetic. Um, but so to have this, and I think so many people really love dried fruit. It just is so pricey when you get like dried apricots or dried mango or anything like that. I mean, you buy it occasionally, but it's not something that you're going to buy regularly because it is pricey and it's not, and a lot of it has, they add a lot of sugar to it on the
Yeah,
outside. So you got to find the
yeah.
ones that have no sugar. So you're solving a lot of problems here. This is great.
No, thank you so much, and it's so nice to hear your feedback about how you feel about dry fruits, how you use them at home, how you or your
Yeah.
husband use it. That's great because it's like for people like you is that we do this business,
Yeah.
and the dry fruit market is very interesting. Actually, if you go to like certain like large like chains, like food chains in the US that
Hmm.
promote like organic certified products, and you see the dry fruits, you gotta be careful of the region. And although you have the labels saying organic, regenerative farming, you have to make sure like they don't have added sugars or what kind of sugars they are claiming in the calories,
Right.
in the nutritional facts, because it's very easy for some businesses to also add extra sugars without you even noticing because it's like a very small description, you know
Hmm.
and the process itself, you want to know the process, if they did sun dried or they did oven. So there's a lot to know on the dry fruit market, but also if you know it and you appreciate it, it's a great way to have fruits in your daily like nutrients. You need fruit, how you can access quick. A problem that we have right now in the US, and I don't know if this is something that happens to you, Christine, but sometimes I don't have, with my lifestyle in New York, I don't have time to peel a whole pineapple, chop it.
Right.
It takes me forever. And honestly,
Yeah.
since my life is like this here, in Ecuador, I will maybe chill and do it. Here, I'm more like, I
Right.
gotta go. I
I
have no
agree.
time. So
Yeah. Yeah. No
for
one's
us,
going to sit down and peel a whole pineapple right now.
yes, exactly. And how you can have it still and taste it, you know?
Yes.
Um, so that's, you will ask me, or people that have asked me, like, why you do it like this, like as a beverage. So basically, we need to hydrate, you know?
Mm.
I want you to have energy. I want you to be able to hydrate. Most people don't like water itself, but they like it with a flavor. And usually,
Mm.
what we do, if you don't like the regular water, what we do immediately, we buy water in a can. And that
Right.
can, that right now, because the wellness market is exploding into millions and trillions of dollars, you know, there's so
Mm.
many brands that offer you canned goods, okay, like canned drinks. And don't get me wrong, those are great. I drink some of them. But the moment you put a drink with vitamins or a drink with like a different, like a specific health benefit,
Like the electrolyte things that
yes,
they add.
exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
uh, you're still having something on the can that, in order for you to last when you have it, okay, it needs additives. So
Right.
you are like affecting the process of having the drink itself the moment you put it on a can. So what we're trying to do is I'm trying to have you have fruits, enjoy something nice, tasty, refreshing. This doesn't have any herbs, it's just fruit blends that you get to eat later. But you are going to have the delicious flavors, the vitamins and antioxidants of the fruit because it absorbs and contains those. They don't change. Um, and then you are going to be able to get hydrated, without caffeine, without additives, and without added sugars. And it tastes so good
Yes.
because of the quality of the fruits that it's like you're giving to your body that serotonin of like, oh, I'm having something sweet, a craving that I had. Like, when
Right.
you're eating a dessert or something, like even for your, like the body's always craving sugar, also because we have like a huge sugar rush since we have like sugar everywhere that we are.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It almost feels like we don't need any more sugar, but it's like it's just a matter of finding the right sugar to eat. Um, yeah, I totally agree. So my question is, how do you keep it in a packet that I can travel with and it doesn't need to be refrigerated, it doesn't, how do you do that without adding any um preservatives or anything like that?
Because of the drying process, we do it
Okay.
through ovens. That's in our process. The only things, like, to explain to you a little bit of our process.
Yeah.
So we get the products or fruits, and the different blends that we have come from passion fruit, pineapples, tamarillo, which is an endemic kind of tomatoes just from the Andes in South America.
Hmm.
Uh, Berries, which can be strawberry. Also, we sometimes use in a blend we use hibiscus, blueberries, blackberries, as I mentioned, passion fruit. So these are like some of the main ingredients that we use. Oranges as well,
Yeah.
or lemons or limes. So what we do, we take them from our farms, and depending on the batch, also we buy from the small farmers, and then we hand select the fruit, making sure that they are in the right time of the ripening process, so they look, yellow and tasty, and then we will have them like
Right.
hanging there in our facilities, and they're hand selected like we do it in the farms.
I was gonna
Mm,
say you're very hands-on, it sounds
yes,
like.
most of our process is hands-on because we want to keep like the human touch of it,
Sure.
although of course because of scalability we do have to industrialize certain part of the process when the
Right.
packaging happens or the oven and the drying happens. So what we do from that part of the process, we hand select the fruits are chopped or sliced, and they are taken in the same, like, we try to do as accurate as we can by weight each fruit, but we try to blend it. So we select them, we slice them in like sizes or weights that we already have in our formula. We go and we dry them, and the drying process itself allows to the fruit the specific drying temperature, and when we do it allows the fruit to last 12 months without additives. Yeah, so the shelf
Wow.
life will be 12 months, or a
That's
specific
amazing.
drying process. Yes, and it will have to do with how you do it, the temperature. Also, it depends of the maturity of that, how, like, and the ripening process where the fruit it is. So if I,
Yeah.
for example, keep the fruit like more green on the green side, like less, like not so ready, it will last even longer
Sure.
because the fruit keeps developing its flavors
The ripe
after
and
the
yeah.
dry.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
It's like a cookie that keeps baking on a hot sheet.
Yes. Yes. I
Um,
love it.
right? I don't know. That's where my brain went. Okay.
Yes.
I'm always like, I got to take them off now because they're going to keep cooking if I want them like this. That's so funny. Okay, this is so awesome. The minute you explained this to me, again, it didn't take long once we were on this Zoom call with Clay to connect. And obviously, like you said, energy is the first thing, but the brand has to be good too. We can't just all be like, oh, great, you have a brand, I have a brand, let's connect. Like, no, I wanted it to feel aligned and I wanted it to feel, we do a lot of research in our community to find the not just innovations, but the healthy options that are really going to change the game, move the needle, that it's not going to be just some other wellness kick. Like you said, the wellness industry is exploding and everyone's got a solution, five solutions for everything, right? And so what I really loved about what you were doing is it felt very I don't want to call it farm to table, but it just felt very hands-on, a lot of human touch, like you said, aspect to what you were doing, but also at the same time was solving a lot of different problems that people have. A lot of people are trying to get off caffeine. right?
Yeah.
But again, they're kind of like me. I'm actually not a coffee drinker. I really just love water. But I'm also thinking, am I getting enough hydration with just water? Maybe I should be using electrolyte packets, right? And then you start looking at the electrolyte packet market, and that's insane. I mean, there's so much out there, and a lot of it's not great.
Yeah.
And so I've done my research to find a really good, clean electrolyte packet company. But at the same time, I don't always want that either. Sometimes I just want water or just something natural, or I want something that tastes good. I love a good fruit juice, but I want to make sure it doesn't have a ton of sugar in it, which is why it
Yeah.
tastes, I want to make sure. So, and the fact that you can choose iced or hot, because I do know that, my mom is a Starbucks, fanatic. And some days she wants hot coffee and some days she wants iced coffee. So you
Oh,
just
yeah,
have
yeah,
to, you're allowing there to be a choice, but you're also knowing that whatever choice you make, it's going to be a good one.
yeah.
And it's going to be a healthy one, and it's going to be good for your day, and it's going to keep you energized. You're going to get the antioxidants from the fruit, and it's fun. It's interactive. At the end of your drink, you can eat the garnish, you can eat the fruit, and that gives you more added bonus to what you're, already got going. So I just really love the concept. Like I said, I went on your website. I
Thank you.
scoured the whole thing, and it's so beautiful. I tried to wear something really colorful today, just because your website was so beautiful and you had so many great pictures. I was like,
That's so lovely, and I love like the
yeah,
design over here.
I
It's
was like, this is
beautiful.
so fun. All of your pictures are very exciting and but what I love is that, you can have great photos, you can have great marketing, and then the product falls short. And from what I've experienced and what I've seen from clients of yours, they're completely not just obsessed, but they're also fulfilled with what they're able to get from you. And that's awesome,
Thank
That's
you
the
so
goal,
much.
right?
Of course, that's the goal, and it's such an honor for me to be here today talking to you about my business and having the opportunity to share a little bit more of what we are building. And I believe like the most important part as entrepreneurs, no matter in what industry you are, but specifically in mine, which is the food and beverage world, CPG in this case, it's like we gotta pay attention uh, if like how we're helping people and solving a problem. Like I feel like many brands that come to the market, and that's what we have don't care about it. That care about the money. Oh my God, this idea will bring me a lot of money. I have
Right.
already all the resources, the connections, and and many of them have been successful. Others they didn't. But at the end of the day, it's like it doesn't matter where you are. It's like, are you being able to be ethical, like align with the things that will
Yeah.
make you feel well when you go to sleep, that you will have, that you care about. And I
Right. You served
consistently
your client well.
yes, to serve
Yeah.
people. Like at the end of
Yeah.
the
To
day,
serve people.
for
Yeah.
me, Musa is a way of serving people and sharing. I mentioned
Hmm.
to you the word ritual before. So on the table with my family, a ritual for me of happiness and health is also having healthy things, but also sharing them with people I care about that fulfill my heart. So the tea for us or the having fruit is a ritual. I found it very interesting when people say, "Hey, let's grab a coffee together. Let's meet for coffee." What does it mean? Let's meet for coffee for you, for example, when you say that to someone.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm conflicted because I go, well, I don't drink coffee, and most people know that I don't. And so I'm like, yeah, let's grab a drink. Oh, I don't drink alcohol.
Or grab a
So,
drink.
so right, it's always grab a drink, but it's always the concept of that is just like let's meet up, let's chat, let's have a
Yes,
meeting.
yes. You will
It
even
doesn't
say,
matter what we're drinking.
yeah, exactly. It's no matter you're meeting up and by
Yeah,
association, you have the coffee, the tea. Sometimes I don't have coffee like you. And I say, let's
right.
grab a coffee and I end up having tea, but it's
Right.
like the association of let's go to a coffee shop, and
Right,
it's,
where there's
wow,
going to be lots of options and everyone can, pick their poison and, all that stuff.
exactly.
Yeah,
And then what we want to do with some people tell me, why don't you put it in a bag? I was like, because I want you to eat it. It's like, oh, but it's going to take me longer. No, because you want to eat all the fruits and I want you to treat the cup with a little bit more of respect. So you wait a little. So you're going to have the best flavor you ever had. Like,
yeah,
if you drink wine and you know about wine, you have to have, there's a process, there's a respect,
yes.
there's
Right,
an
right, right, right.
experience behind it. And then I want people to understand the importance of the respect to the fruit and the ritual for themselves in their daily routine, whether you do journaling in the morning or you're going to Pilates or to the gym and then you're putting in your water, or after dancing, you're having
Yeah.
this as a drink to hydrate yourself. But it's like the ritual of putting it to drink it, and also being present and aware of who is next to you and what you're sharing. So we wanted to
Yeah.
bring Musa to a moment of your life where you're relaxed, or you are seeing what you're giving to your body, and then when you're connecting with others or yourself, because it goes beyond a drink. For us, it's helping people, you
I love
know?
it. I love it so much.
Yes.
I want to come back to something you said earlier. You were talking about how, especially in entrepreneurship, we were chatting a little bit off camera about, female entrepreneurship and all of that. It is definitely, for me, it feels like a different category than male entrepreneurship, just because we deal with so many different things in life, and you can create something that's going to have an amazing financial impact on your life and on other people's lives. If you build out a team, you create a lot of jobs. That's amazing. But if you really don't have your health, you know what I mean? What's the point? You really don't have any. So you have all this money, but you don't feel good, right? Physically. And they always say that, you know, cancers, diseases, they don't discriminate, right? Rich
Yeah.
people get them, poor people get them, everyone gets them. And so I think what I love here and what I've discovered in the last 2 years building out the dance wellness community is, first of all, I was like, why didn't I do this sooner? This is the idea I was trying to build in my 20s that I just couldn't seem to figure out. And the reason I say that is because I've literally built something that I needed. As a
Mhm.
female entrepreneur, I get to go to work every day and I get to have wonderful conversations like this that move the needle, that help to open the conversation to, oh, I never thought about that. Or, oh, I've been thinking about trying to heal my gut. And now all of a sudden there's this conversation, and now I have resources and I have a direction. And like we have all kinds of conversations on this podcast. That's number one. And number two, I've built out these resources, whether it be partnering with vendors or recovery lounges. We have our nurse practitioner that does B12s and IVs. I mean, why was I not doing B12s and IVs when I was in my 20s competing at my highest level? And yet I just started doing them now in my 30s because I didn't know about them? So the access that we've been able to create, and I know that you're doing as well, like I'm not going to fly to Ecuador and all of a sudden be like, oh, let me eat all this fruit, right? I'm not going to go to Ecuador just to eat fruit. I'm going to go to
Or maybe
Ecuador.
yes, and I'll take you on a trip. Yeah, that's
Sure.
for
I
another
mean, hey,
conversation.
don't tempt me with a good time. I'm in. But no, but you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, of
to be
course.
able to
Yeah.
bring something
Yeah.
to other people that would not normally have access or know to have access to it. And then I get to wake up every day and benefit from my own business and fill my cup and actually feel good mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, right? And financially. And the idea is that it all comes together in one ecosystem. I think female entrepreneurs building a wellness business is like it's the cheat code of life right now.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
yes, yes, I totally agree with you. We have to remember to be well. I have an experience that I have had. It's like I have so many, like in New York, the wellness industry is huge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
any other day, I find myself going to a wellness event, whether we're part with Musa, we're co-hosting, sponsoring, or we were just invited to enjoy a nice day of yoga, Pilates, journaling. Like there are
Yeah, you
several.
guys do a lot of like pop-ups and activations.
Yes, yes.
Very cool.
Yes, thank you. We have focus in community, and we
Yeah.
love just seeing people over tea, just
Yeah.
sharing, connecting, and then coming and telling me, "Oh, we met at your event and now we're friends." I'm like,
Oh my
"That's what
gosh,
I
I
wanted
love
you to
that.
see." Yeah, I
That's
was
what
like,
it should be. That's so cultural, by the way. You know
"Yes,
that. You know that. But like
yes, yes."
that doesn't happen a lot in the United States. And I think that's the thing is same thing for me. We have this thing in France called the apéritif,
Uh-huh.
right? We were
Yeah.
talking a little bit about this with Clay, and I want to bring more of that energy, right? It's that conversation where all the generations before the meal come together and there's like little snacks and everyone has a drink and some are alcoholic and some aren't. And those are where the jokes are made and where the stories are told and where, all generate like there's not this level of like, oh, you're too young for this, you're too old for this. No, it's all one room. The families come together and that happens every day in a family. And with friends, there's restaurants where they go, oh, let's meet for aperitif. That's the European version of meeting for a drink, essentially, or a coffee in the United States. And what you're doing by creating this community around your product, which is what we're trying to do as well, is that connection is the most important part. Because if you're
Yeah.
having a coffee, but you're not actually enjoying the 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 person you're with,
Yes.
then I'm sorry, but that coffee's going to taste different, I think.
Exactly. Things taste better.
And the way the coffee goes inside and what it does to you, it's just going to be different. Like your body is already in a state of not being relaxed and chill and calm, right? And so when you're enjoying, you're laughing, you're having fun,
You're more open.
everything, yeah, you're more open. Food can, you can have more nutrients, you can absorb things better energetically, physically, nutritionally, all of it.
There's
And
such a beautiful
yeah,
science about it. Sorry to interrupting you
yeah.
there, but like you
No,
said,
that's yeah,
you absorb everything way
yeah,
better. It's just
yeah,
like your body is ready. Like if you are not aware of what you're giving to your body, that's
yeah,
another story also that in our like current medicine we don't have enough research. But
right,
I'm so happy to see there's more and more research coming about it.
right. Yeah, you need to be able to, again, not just be open, but also I think there is so much, there's not enough conversation about experiencing joy. What does
Yeah.
joy look like for you? It looks different for everybody, but at the base of it, laughing, dancing, there's certain activities that you do that you just can't, not experience joy. And I think a lot of people, they reschedule it. They don't prioritize joy. They are in a meet, and I'm the first one to say that, you get caught up in the hamster wheel of building a business, right? I mean, New York, that's a concrete jungle, So we
Yeah.
get caught up in the business of it all, trying to act professional, trying to do all the things. And then we forget that, oh, what are we doing this for? We're supposed to be having fun. We're supposed to be sharing joy. We're supposed to be creating connection and good positive energy, but yet I'm over here feeling stressed that I haven't met a deadline, right? And so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a matter of bringing attention to that, creating awareness around it, and then actually having something, whether it be a physical thing or a spiritual thing or a conversation that actually shifts the narrative and executes a different result, which to me is joy.
I love it. And
I,
I love what you said because
yeah,
and then you touch a very important point, which is being a woman entrepreneur in like the wellness space. I was mentioning to these events that I go, something that we all relate sometimes. We are organizing, we're busy, and sometimes it's like we're doing this wellness event, and then we forget to be well because we get stressed over the organization or day-to-day operation. And then with
yeah.
some friends, we have done like we made a promise that when we have an event that is very stressful or something, but it's a wellness event, let's sit down, let's pause, let's be well, let's
Yeah,
relax.
there's so much more focus on the wellness of it all. And so
Uh-huh.
you approach that event. I know going to wellness events is so fun. It's so
Yeah.
much better than going to other corporate events because I have friends that actually they cycle sync and they
Uh-huh.
do the whole like, oh, I'm in my luteal phase. Oh, I'm in my, this phase. And so then they're like, oh, I can't take meetings this week. I'm like, listen, I hear you, but like I can't function like that. I've never functioned like that. So now I'm understanding more of it and I'm trying to like support my body both nutritionally and different things, getting more sleep in different times. But I still have the calendar does what the calendar's going to do, right? You don't know when events are going to be and when things are going to happen. Sometimes you got to be and do the things. And so, but then you go to a wellness event and you walk in and they hand you this beautiful drink and then you're just like, here, sit down. There's a meditation space. And you're like, where was all like this is amazing. And this is what we call work now. Like this
Yeah.
is what I want people to experience, whether they're building something in the wellness space or they're receiving something in the wellness space. It's such a beautiful place to be.
Yes. It's especially if you are aware, if you start noticing. Like wellness comes from the activities that we create as founders with our products, events, services, but
Yeah.
also wellness is it's like a mindset. And I'm telling you, I can be very relaxed, and I can be very stressed sometimes. Entrepreneurship life in New York is not a game. It's like very
Not for the
challenging.
faint of heart. No.
But at the end of the day, it's like wellness for me should be a lifestyle. And then I try to keep myself aware and bring myself back when moments are challenging, because the part of wellness is helping you, being a tool, so you are able to tackle your challenges, because challenges are always going to happen. There's always going to be a different challenge, whether you're married, you're single, you're professional, you're a housewife. That there's always going to be a
Right.
challenge we're confronting, an emotional need. And it's like, what are those little rituals? So with Musa,
Mhm.
for example, we do it through the tea, because people share and have fruits, so they are helping their bodies and minds and hearts in different ways.
Yeah.
But for example, let me ask you, what's a ritual like that? Like my coffee or tea is a ritual in my life. What's
Yeah.
a ritual in your life, for example? Something small that brings you joy, if you think about it. What would you say it's a small
That's a
ritual?
great question. Something small that brings me joy. I I love chocolate. I love sweets, but I definitely have learned over the years to have not have as much of a taste for it because it's just the processed stuff isn't as good. But I usually eat about 86% cacao
I was gonna
tablets.
say the beginning of, like, yeah.
So and I love that. And some people are like, oh, that's way too bitter, but I love it. And so when I have a craving for something really sweet, I just go and get a little square from my tablet in the fridge that I got from France that I brought over. And I just have a moment and it satisfies the craving. I know that I didn't eat something processed. It was really good. And then, it's kind of like a little nice happy boost. I'm like, okay, cool. Now what? You know?
Yeah, that's nice. And you're giving something nice to your body. It's also like
Yeah.
a time of pausing during your day. Like, besides, like,
Yeah, it
maybe
helps me be present. That's another thing too.
exactly.
It
Uh,
helps me be a little bit more present in the day.
and it's like it's like a sensory
Yeah,
experience, because remember, you
right.
have the texture of the cacao, the smell, the chocolate.
Yeah,
You're pausing from your daily routine just to do this, and then because you're craving it, you are aware. So there is a lot of
right.
awareness behind the craving. You're having a little
Yeah,
because you are aware of it, and you say, oh, I'm gonna have a little bit just to have it, to enjoy, like this,
right.
square. But the moment you're grabbing it and you're pausing from your day and you're doing this, it becomes a little ritual of joy, that is
Yeah,
not only about the chocolate, but it's you pausing on your day to do something small that brings you joy, and you're fully aware of it, because on our daily routine we're here, there, we're multitasking, and then we don't really pause to these.
right.
So the ritual of having your chocolate is
Yeah,
a way of pausing with yourself to do
yeah. It's
something
a
for
little
you.
it's a little gift you give yourself.
Yes, exactly. And there are so
Yeah.
many things in our life, whether it's having a drink, going for a walk with a friend, or sitting down. Like, something that brings me joy in my ritual is like having my tea. Before, it will be coffee, tea, coffee. Now I'm doing green tea, Moosa tea, Moosa
Nice.
tea. Yes. So I have fruits, I have my energy, my antioxidants. I get a little bit of caffeine if I want, when I shouldn't be having it, honestly. But if I have like a craving, I go more for like
Right.
a green tea, or I mix it with Moosa. But then I do it in the morning. I get a beautiful cup. Okay, a transparent vertical glass or double wall glass. Like, I feel the texture and I can see what I'm drinking in the
Mm,
morning when nobody's awake, everything is silent in the city. I look at the window and I have my tea, and I'm like, morning. It's just a
yeah.
little thing that makes me happy. When I don't do it in the
Right.
morning, I feel like my day is going chaotic. It's just that little thing of, like, just
Yeah.
that small thing of, like, having that time for myself to drink without rush, that beverage is, like, for me, like a ritual of wellness.
Yeah.
So it's just
I love
important
it.
for us to bring awareness in what our rituals of wellness could be. Dancing, could be driving,
Right.
taking like a solo ride, could be something as simple as putting your creams in the morning and not forgetting. Or sometimes we don't do the whole treatment, like discipline, and then we put layers or more, we forget sometimes. It's just caring for ourselves.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's amazing. Yeah, no, but you're absolutely right because and a lot of this stuff we do, we don't even realize we're doing it. And it's stuff we can share and stuff we can talk about. But I love that you've created something for those of us who don't drink coffee and alcohol. Finally, we have more drink options because we've been a little
Yes.
limited for a while. And I just end up doing water and it's boring. And, you know, in social situations, I don't really care on an ego level. It's more just I just want something more interesting. So I appreciate what you've brought to the table.
Thank
Um,
you.
I want to tell people, first of all of Samanta and Moosa T's contact information will be in the show notes. But for Dance Wellness community members, we want to make sure that we give you guys something really special. We're going to create, you know, some kind of like first time customers to be able to experience
Yes.
Moosa Tea. We'll create some kind of a code that we can
We're
allow
going to
you
have some
guys.
nice perks for the community.
Yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
open
But
it.
also, we were talking about even having some of your tea packets available at our recovery lounges on the road. We definitely want to make the concept here is accessibility, right? We want
Mhm.
people to feel like they can have access to these wonderful products and not feel like they have to second guess, oh, should I scan it? Is it good? How much sugar's in it? Right? We want to, that's the point of this conversation is to explain to people the process that you've gone through, not just in creating the business and the uh, you know the value systems behind it, but also the cultural aspect from Ecuador and where you source the fruit and how you are so hands-on with making sure that the product is as organic and you know natural as possible. And that's we're the goal is not to have people feel like they have to do more research after they find a product because that's becoming really exhausting in the wellness world and I think we're all over it. So, you know, to be a part of these communities where we can feel safe and trust the
Yes.
recommendations is just, that's
Trust.
priceless. The
Trust is the
trust.
most important. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you so much, Christine,
Yeah.
for building spaces like these where you care about the regions, the roots, and you want to really help people. You know, most of the times I see all these great business cases, and it's great that you have a great marketing, but are like what's behind it? What's the
Mhm.
root? Where are they coming from? Who is behind it?
Right.
And
Who are they
I
trying to help?
yes, are they trying to help? Are they solving a real issue, and then they're helping your overall health in general if they're, for example, in the food and beverage world? And it takes people like you, special people who go and look deeper to it. And I say, okay, let me question this before because I
Yeah.
want that my community has like a filter and can trust on me because
Right.
I won't give them things that I wouldn't have, you
Right.
know?
Well, exactly, because I'm doing this research for myself too. I'm going to use this product. So I'm going to, you know, I'm not promoting it because I'm getting a kickback or because, you know, I'm making a lot of money on promoting the product. The point is, even if I'm making no money on it, if the product is good, the community needs to know about it because we can't gatekeep all the good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, and you're helping everybody, and
Thanks.
that's the beautiful part of building communities is like the awareness of the person behind it, of like how I
Yeah.
can help the people, the brands. It's a way of, you know, caring deeply, and I'm sure that as much as you care, you know, the right people will come to you and growth will follow
Yeah.
because like these are things when you're authentic and you tell the truth and you really
Yeah.
deeply care that cannot be taken away, you know.
Right.
This
Oh no, for sure. For sure. And it feels so good. Like I said, then you feel like you're finding solutions for yourself and then you're able to share that and it just becomes who you are. Like you said, it's a lifestyle. I'm not
yes,
trying to play this part. I'm not trying to be this influencer. I'm not trying to create something that's not real. It's like, no, this is just my life, you know?
exactly.
And
It's your
that's
life. It's
and
what you love.
right. It's what we love, and we want to build a community around that. I think people are craving a lot more of in-person events and different things like that to really have that. You know, we're trying to get out from behind the screens as much as it's great to have these conversations and we can listen to them at the gym or in the shower or on the way to work. Like that's great, but we also need to make sure that, you know, the car ends up at a destination where we can all hug each other and touch each other and be around each other and connect and, you know, cheers a drink and you know have a moment like you said. And I think this is beautiful, so I fully support what you're doing. I'm very, very excited to be partnering with each other and to be able to expand our communities and cross promote and be able to make sure that, like you said, the people that we have in our communities, they trust us to bring them the real good things that are going to help move the needle. It's not just like, oh, this one little thing that's going to do a tiny, and it's like, no, it's going to actually like really enhance your life. And you're going to get a community on top of that behind it. So how great is that?
Amazing. I can say that the entrepreneurship journey, it's very challenging,
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah.
things it's high ups, but the most rewarding part of it is the people that I meet across like this journey,
Yeah.
feeling of helping people, the community that you build. And there's nothing better than going to sleep at night remembering that you're doing something to help others as
I
much as you
agree.
can with the coverage you can, and seeing like maybe in a small version of it you're changing someone's life,
Yeah.
and making it better in a good way. So that's when entrepreneurship really resonates for me. And then when I question it, I like we all question at some point. I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It's like, yes, it's not easy, but it's the life we choose. And the rewarding part of it is just helping people. And then the whole thing changes, the narrative changes.
I agree.
And yes, and
I love it.
that's thank
Amazing. Well, listen, thank you so much. Part
you.
one of many conversations to come, hopefully many events and
In
pop-ups and
person,
fun
in
things.
person.
Yes, in person. We got to do it. I love it.
We have to do a Musa aperitif. S'il vous
Yes.
plaît.
Oh my God,
S'il
I
vous
would love
plaît.
that. That sounds amazing.
Yes.
Yes. Yes to all of that. So as you can see, if you are listening to this episode and you are not a part of the Dance Wellness community, please join us in the inner circle. It's dancewellnesscommunity.com and see what it's all about. We are bringing on some incredible vendor partners. As you can see, we have amazing licensed practitioners that have already been with us. We're giving you value every month, and we want it to feel effortless. We're trying to bring this community to you with a ton of tools and resources so that you don't feel like you have to chat GPT everything and Google all the things and vet everything and do I trust this and is this right? You just need to come in and again, not everything will feel aligned with everybody. You need to do what feels right for you. But what I think is cool is we're creating so many different pillars within the ecosystem that allow people to pick what's right for them. What do you need in this moment, right? As you go through your journey in your life, think you're going to need different things at different times. And hopefully we have all of that to provide for you. And Samanta, where can we follow you?
You can, well, you can check our website on moosanature.com. You can follow us to check community events, things that we're going to be doing with Christine. If you are located in the New York area or Florida, we also have events happening like nationwide. We are in like all the states in New York, in the US. So, at Moosa.nature for social media and moosanature.com for the website.
Where we can buy your product online as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes.
Of
Yes, that's
course.
what we want. Cool, cool, cool. And then be a part
Also
of
on
all
Amazon.
the
If you want, you can also find Musa on Amazon. Yes.
amazing. Oh, it's on Amazon. Love that.
Yes. Amazon and Fair if you're a business and you want to
Oh,
do
I do use
sale.
Fair. That's
Yes.
good to know. I love
Yes,
that.
because
Yeah.
one of the main clients are like B2B because
Yes.
businesses
Yes, of
can
course.
craft beverages of it. So Fair as well.
Wonderful. Very cool. I actually have a lot of colleagues that use Fair. I will let them know. That's wonderful. Now you know. Awesome. All right. Well, we will see you guys very soon. So much more coming to you. Thank you, Samanta, for this wonderful conversation and this beautiful new collaboration. We'll see you guys later.
Likewise. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.